Hello, beautiful people of the internet. What's up? It's your girl, Akeisha. If this is your first time seeing my face, then welcome to my channel. And if you're coming back for another video, then let's get. On my channel, you'll find a lot of beauty, makeup, skincare related videos, as well as a little bit about life. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then make sure to go ahead and subscribe. Today we are traveling to India and picking up some turmeric powder. Now this is a timeless Indian secret. They've been using it for years in their food, as a dye, for its medicinal properties, as well as for its skincare benefits. It has great anti-inflammatory properties, which helps to heal the skin, making it really great for acne. It also gives the skin a natural glow and revives the skin. There's tons of more information about turmeric powder out there on the web, and I've listed some of these on my blog. So definitely go ahead and check out the posts on my website at lakeishaadams.com. But today I'm sharing with you guys my experience using a DIY turmeric mask on my face for the past 10 days. So if you guys want to see my experience using this turmeric mask, then just keep on watching. Before we get started, I do want to get into a little bit of the nitty-gritty first. The mask, this is what I've been using for the past 2 weeks there, just a little bit over 2 weeks. And this is a combination of turmeric powder, honey, milk, and grapeseed oil. Without further ado, if you guys want to see what this turmeric mask did for my skin over the past 10 days, then just keep on watching. Morning guys, so this is the first day that we are trying out the turmeric mask. I have my mask right here. I also have a little spatula to apply it on my face. I just washed my face and we're just going to give you an overview of how it looks right now. I've already made the batch yesterday. Try as much as possible to not get this mixture on your hairline or on your eyebrows. If you have any love for your eyebrows and your hairline, you will make sure to stay clear of those parts of your face because turmeric has an ability to naturally remove the hair on your skin. It's great for your peach fuzz and the rest of your facial hair, but I mean, for me, my eyebrows are hanging on by a thread. I don't really want to lose them. It's not too runny. It's a little bit thicker because it's cold.
Oh, with a brush, a special what? We're doing painting, you know, Papa.
Yes, ma'am.
Painting going on now. It's called art. What?
I'm trying to get rid of the dark spots.
So what is that?
Turmeric?
To get rid of dark spots?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see. It's taping the damn thing.
It went on very nice, very smooth. It washes off very nicely. You can also put it right under the eyes because it's great for dark circles as well. We're gonna leave this on for 30 minutes and then wash off. It looks pretty okay. I just started my period, got my little mixture. Ooh, it's freezing. So I'm just gonna wear it while I'm washing my hair in the shower and then wash it off in the shower just so I'm making sure not to mess up my sink. For day number 2, I decided to take this mask a little bit downwards. You guys know that I do have some scarring on my chest as well, so I decided to place the mask there. I'm out of breath. Dang. I also decided to do a lip mask, so I did do a DIY sugar scrub, and then now I have a DIY cinnamon on my lips. Another tip I want to point out is that this mask gets everywhere. No matter how much you try to confine it to one space, you're going to, if you're washing this off in the sink, it is going to splatter everywhere. So I decided to try and just wash it off in the shower instead. I felt like my skin was so smooth after using this. Other than that, I'm just really trying to stay clear of my eyebrows because we're hanging on by a thread. We don't want to lose any more eyebrow hairs. I spoke a little to how my skin was looking so far. Looking at my skin, it honestly looks really, really nice. It's not oily whatsoever. I haven't blooded once. I go through these periods where my skin looks really nice, so that probably has something to do with it as well. The mask itself, I don't really find that it has too strong of a scent. Like obviously you can smell the turmeric, but it's not overpowering or, you know, as crazy as something like apple cider vinegar, which you guys know I did not like the smell of at all. I'm not sure if you guys can really tell on camera, but my face looks so yellow right now. Just everywhere where my skin is like a lighter tone, it looks so yellow.
This thing turned my hands yellow. There's so much turmeric still left on my face, and even after washing all of that off, my face is still yellow.
On day number 4, I was expecting the worst. Typically, when day number 4 rolls around, I end up breaking out like crazy. But, cross your fingers, I am so happy to say that I did not experience any purging whatsoever. You guys, this is like completely unheard of for me because my skin always purges, but it did not. I did not break out at all. So thank the acne gods, but they are finally showing me some favor. I also did notice that my face was pretty yellow, and I am pretty dark, so for it to actually show up that my skin was becoming yellow was a little bit, I mean, I didn't really care, to be honest. I don't care if my skin turns yellow as long as my skin looks clear. I don't care, you can turn my skin red if you want. I don't care. I just want it to be clear at this point. But my hands were yellow, my nails were yellow. So in the future, if I were to put this on again, I would definitely make sure to put on some sort of gloves just to make sure my nails and hands didn't turn yellow. I was so exhausted when Friday came around just because of work and life in general. So I completely skipped Friday. I did not put on a mask, but I made sure to do it in the morning on day 7.
So it is currently Saturday, and that means that I'm on my 7th day doing this mask. My skin looks a lot clearer. I haven't broken out because of this.
You guys have seen the dark spots on my face. You've seen how dark they were. They have not been as dark, and I actually noticed it. I think even taking the day off on Friday and then starting back again on the 7th day, it really helped to let me see what this mask was doing, because I feel like a lot of times when you're doing things like this, it's really hard to notice a difference because you're looking yourself so many times in the mirror. A friend of mine actually commented on my skin. I was like really rushed that day, did not wear barely an ounce of makeup. I went to work, and my friend, she's like, your skin looks really good. And I never told anybody that I was doing this. So the fact that somebody else noticed it and told me about it, that was, honestly, it was like a dream come true that somebody else noticed. I'm sorry, I'm being so extra. But no, honestly, it was very comforting to know that all my efforts were not just going down the drain. They were actually making a difference, a noticeable difference, because obviously I feel like you can trick yourself into thinking that something's working just because you want it to work. But the fact that somebody else noticed was really amazing, and I loved that. I actually made her a batch of this as well for her to use on her skin too.
I can see that around my mouth. I feel like that's where I've seen the biggest change in the dark spots on my face. The darkness around my mouth is starting to kind of fade away, as well as this one right here. You guys saw at the beginning of the week it was like really dark, and now it's not so much. The spots on my chest have been beginning to fade as well. I do have a lot of oil scars just because when I was cooking, the oil splattered up on my chest, and that's how I have a lot of these little dots here, but they are starting to fade as well. So very interested to see in the next 7 days what will happen. So good morning. This is me just waking up. My skin looks really smooth. I haven't even washed my face as of yet. In terms of the spots on my face, they are starting to get a little bit clearer. The ones on my forehead, I mean, obviously, oh, that's a better light. Okay, so yes, it was starting to fade. There's still some down here by my chin. That's where they hold on the most.
I'm so sorry, the lighting is going in and out because Canadian winter does not really afford us a lot of sunlight, but we are trying, okay? We are trying, okay? And of course, by this time, because my skin looked pretty good, I barely wore any makeup. All I did was put on a little bit of powder on my face and I was good to go.
But as for fading, I feel like the ring around my mouth is where I've seen the most.
As with most women of color, we tend to have this darkness, this blue, dark, deep color around our lips. And I've had this scar for such a long time. I had eczema around my mouth plus the added darkness that was already there. So it was pretty dark, okay? And I would usually like color correct to make it appear less prominent, but I noticed that it was fading a lot. It does not look as dark as it used to.
Everything else, I can just see subtle differences, but around my mouth is where I see it the most. That is by far the darkest and the longest scar that I've had on my face, so I definitely appreciate that. Right now, I'm just gonna give myself a little bit of exfoliation before I actually go ahead and put on the mask. So I'm just using my daily cleanser as well as my Vanity Planet Ultimate Spin Brush, or whatever the name is called, it's really long. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do that first, very gently, and I'm using the gray brush head, so very lightly.
I feel like with this, I've started to notice subtle differences with my skin. My skin is a lot brighter, like I said, the oil content is balanced, my skin is shining, it's smooth, the acne marks are getting lighter. They're just subtle changes in the quality and texture of my skin overall.
Now, I don't typically exfoliate in the morning, but I have exfoliated once every 3 days, just trying to keep up with the turnover rate of my skin while using this mask. So I did skip yesterday and I also did skip Friday, so I had to do it this morning. That was the only time that I could. We're gonna definitely top off with tons of SPF, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Day 8 was the last day that I actually filmed. I stopped on the 10th day, and then we had the holiday, and so now here we are post-treatment. Post-treatment, want to share with you guys some of the overall things that I experienced before we get into my actual thoughts.
So this is what we're currently dealing with. So as you can see, like, my skin looks very, very smooth. My period's coming around, so I have like one pimple here and one here, but other than that, very smooth, very nice and balanced in terms of like oil content. But the scars, they're still present, a lot lighter than before. It's gonna take a while to get rid of them. This did help, but obviously my skin is not 100% clear. But I'm actually very happy about what it looks like.
Post-treatment, I still experience very smooth skin. I have not used this mask for about a week and a couple days. I still have very smooth skin. My skin is still very bright. The marks are they're still on my face, but they're not as prominent at all. I'm starting my period this week, so I did get 2 pimples on my face, which, I mean, purging 2 pimples, I'm okay with that. My oil content on my skin is also very balanced, and even in the winter my forehead gets really oily, and I didn't see that at all using this mix together. The spots are getting a lot clearer. They're not completely gone. I don't think this completely took away all the scars on my face. I think maybe with added use it might gradually, but it's not gonna be a quick fix. It's not gonna happen overnight. You're gonna notice those subtle differences using this mask, but it's not gonna immediately just take away the scars. With scars, I feel like, especially when you have darker skin, your skin is a lot more sensitive to traumatic procedures, so it scars so easily. So in trying to use these things to lighten your skin, you definitely need to be very careful about what you're using, because you don't want to exacerbate the problem. So my final thoughts, would I try this again? Absolutely. I think I had the best results that I've had so far. Like, I'm pretty much using all the products that really worked well so far on my face and made them into one little concoction. The honey, the aloe, and I did actually put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in here when I made the second batch. So I used pretty much everything that I've used so far. This combination gave me some really good results. So really, I absolutely recommend trying turmeric powder. Do not expect that you are going to have a brand new face, but expect that you're going to see these subtle differences that is going to improve the quality of your skin. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys really did enjoy it. Comment down below and tell me if you've ever tried turmeric powders. Tell me how it works for you. I would love to hear what you guys are trying in your journey. And what else should I try next? Definitely leave a comment down below and tell me your thoughts. And girl, what you looking at? Go ahead and click over here to see some of my previous videos. There's some really great ones. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.